Welcome to the Spike Podcast and NFC North Podcast. My name is Emery, and today we're going to be talking about some breaking news. So Green Bay has suspended Romeo Doubs going into Week 5 for skipping practices this week. I think that's it's pretty insane. Especially, obviously the Rams, they've had their issues offensively. Matt Stafford's one of those extreme precision passers on the offense. So I think that if we get our coaching, in check, there's a good chance we can win this football game. But without Romeo Doubs, it really is an interesting conundrum because, we have Christian Watson out with a hamstring injury, I'm pretty sure. And, obviously the man's made of glass. So at this point, it's one of those toss-up things where, we really need for Jordan Love, especially after shaking off the rust last week from Week 4, we really need Jordan Love to deliver. And, I know that Romeo Doubs was one of the more respected receivers in the receiving room. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to, change our, offensive strategy going into Week 5 against the Rams. I will have to go ahead and throw in, last week's game versus Minnesota. I was wrong. In the previous episode, I said that, we were going to win. Obviously, we were down 28-zip first, last couple minutes of the first half. We had the little shit points touchdown and came back and almost won the game 29-31. So, in the last drive, Jordan Love really, he shined. I think that, coming back from, the MCL injury, there was definitely a lot of rust that needed to be shaken off. And I think offensively as a whole, Green Bay, the second half of this game is probably the most complete from my perspective. I think that, there's a lot of things that we need to clean up. Jeff Hafley's defense is pretty solid, apart from their first half performance against the Vikings. But, Sam Darnold is one of those quarterbacks who just kind of comes up and eats you and bites you in the ass. So that's one of those things where you just kind of got to take it and you got to run with it however it is. But, with this Romeo Doubs suspension, I'm really hoping that, obviously it seems so far this year that Jaden Reed is definitely the number one receiver out of the Green Bay core. And I'm definitely foreseeing that he's going to do some good things against the Rams tomorrow. And I think that, for once, considering how we started last season, we started off 1-1 and against the Falcons second game, and then turned the season around and ended up, got really behind 2-8 or something like that, and then brought it all the way back. I think that, this year is not going to be that kind of season. I think that we have a little bit more consistency. And I think that we're overall, the players are on the field are actually trusting each other a little bit more. So, with all that being said, I think that there's definitely a few things that we can take away from this upcoming matchup. And I think that mainly that's that, this win is purely going to come down to Matt LaFleur's offensive play calling. I think that, it's one of those things where he's a mastermind. He brought in Malik Willis weeks 2 and 3, got 2 dubs with the quarterback literally fresh off the bus a couple of weeks from Tennessee. And I think that, there's a lot to be to eat, at least so to speak. So, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting, guys. And I think that hopefully, we're going to record the second episode of the podcast, kind of react to a lot of our things from the previous episode, which was scatterbrained as fuck. We're going to clean it up, I swear. But, it's one of those things where, we're just going to have to see how it goes. And so with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys click like, subscribe, love comments. Please roast me if you want to. And I will talk to you guys soon.